So what's up? It's Alan Everson again, and welcome to another video. And now, let's talk about the summaries of Chapter 3, which is Network Protocols and Communications. So these are the objectives of Chapter 3. So Chapter 3 has four major subparts, which is 3.1 Rules of Communication, 3.2 Network Protocols and Standards, 3.3 Moving Data in the network, and 3.4 is the summary. So 3.1 Rules of Communication. So what is communication? So you can see here, it is illustrated that the message source goes next to the transmitter, transmission medium, the receiver, and the message destination. So this is the process of communication. So establishing rules, identified sender and receiver, agreed upon method of communicating face-to-face, telephone, letter, or photograph, common language and grammar, speed and timing of delivery, confirmation or acknowledgement permits. So this is the illustration of message encoding. So as you can see, these are the process of the message which is being encoded. So message formatting and encapsulation. So this is the explanation of the encapsulation of a message. So personal letter contains, so for example, is the personal letter contains the following elements: identifier of the recipient's location, identifier of the sender's location, salutation or greeting, recipient identifier, the message content, source identifier, and the end of message. So this is the letter is a example of message encapsulation. So these are the different illustrations of message delivery options. So it is the unicast, and this is the multicast, and this is the broadcast. So 3.2 Network Protocols and Standards. So rules that govern communications. So conversation protocol suite. So you can use a common language, wait to your turn, and signal when finished. Protocol suites are sets of rules that work together to help solve a problem. So network protocols, how the message is formatted or structured, the process by which networking devices share information about pathways with other networks, how and when error and system message are passed between devices, the setup and termination of data transfer sessions. Interaction of protocols, application protocol, transfer protocol, internet protocol, and network access protocol. So these are protocol sites and industry standards. These are the illustrations of different protocol sites and industry standards. Creation of internet, development of TCP or IP. The first packet switch network and predecessor to today's internet was Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, or ARPANET, which came to life in 1969 by connecting mainframe computers at 4 locations. So these following are the explanation of ARPANET. So TCP, IP protocol suite, and communication. So as you can see, this illustration contains the application layer, the transport layer, internet layer, and the network access layer. So open standards. So we have different standard organizations. We have Internet Society, the Internet Society or ISOC, the Internet Architecture Board, IAB, the Internet Engineering Task Force or IETF, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers or IEEE, and the International Organization for Standards or ISO. So these are the following standards organizations for the ISO, for the IEEE, for the ISO. So these are the other standards organizations. The Electronic Industries Alliance, the Communications Industry Association, the National Telecommunications Union, Telecommunications Standards Sector, the Internet Corporation of Assigned Names and Numbers, the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority. So benefits of using a layered model. A network model is only a representation of a network operation. The model is not the actual network. So this is the model of networking. The OSI reference model. So we have application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and the physical. So this is the comparison of OSI model and the TCP IP model. So as you can see, this is the difference between the two models. Moving data in the network. So we are already in chapter 3.3, integrating the message. Segmenting message benefits. Different conversations can be interleaved. Increase reliability of network communication. Segmenting message disadvantage. Increase level of complexity. The protocol data units. Data segment packet frame and bits. So this is the illustration. So this is a illustration of protocol encapsulation and the encapsulation. Accessing local so network address and data link addresses. We have physical, data link, network, transport, and upper layers. So communicating with device or same network. The MAC and IP address. So the MAC and IP address are used to access the local area. So we have it is used to connect from one, like for example, is computer to another, or to the switch or router. So default gateway. So you can see the example of default gateway is 192.168.1.1. So this is the example of default gateway. Communicating device or remote network. So we have here the data link, Ethernet frame header, and the network layer IP packet header. So all in all, or the summary of this chapter, you learn that data networks are systems of end devices, intermediary devices, and the media connecting the devices for communication to occur. These devices must know how to communicate. These devices must comply with communication rules and protocols. TCP/IP is an example of protocol suite. Most protocols are guided by standards organizations such as the IETF and the IEEE. The most widely used networking models are the OSI and TCP/IP models. And lastly, the data that passed down the stack of OSI model is segmented into pieces and encapsulated with addresses and other labels. The process is reversed as the pieces are re-encapsulated and passed up the destination protocol stack. So, continuation, the OSI model describes the process of encoding, mapping, segmenting, and encapsulating data for transmission over the network. TCP/IP protocol suite is an open standard protocol that has been endorsed by the networking industry and ratified or approved by a standards organization. The Internet Protocol Suite is a suite of protocols required for transmitting and receiving information using the Internet. Protocol data units or PDUs are named according to the protocols of the TCP/IP suite, which is data, segment, packet, frame, and bits. Applying models allow individuals, companies, and trade associations to analyze current networks and plan the networks of the future. So that's all for our summary of the chapter 3, Network Protocols and Communications, and thank you for watching.